Welcome back to Math Dogs. Today's topic is fractions. For some people, fractions are difficult. I just can't do fractions. I don't understand them. It almost seems magical to be able to add, subtract, multiply, and divide fractions without a calculator. I mean, why does 1/2 equal 4/8? They're not even the same numbers. Or why does 2/3 equal 24/36? Those numbers aren't even close to one another. In this video, we want to take a look at one small part of fractions, which is renaming fractions usually to find a common denominator. And actually, it's based on two facts that you learn at a very young age. So let's get started. The first idea involved in renaming fractions is something you already probably know. Any number times 1 is itself, which is pretty easy. If we just have 3 times 1, we know that's 3. If we have 5 times 1, we know that's 5. If we have 42 times 1, that sure is 42. Most people don't have any trouble with that. And again, that's learned at a very young age, either in the early days of school or even at home. But how do we get to 1/2 being equal to 4/8? How can we multiply by 1? If I multiply by 1, I would still get a half. And that brings us to our second point. Again, something you probably learned a way long time ago when you were very young. The second idea involved in renaming fractions is that any number over itself is equal to 1. Again, something you probably learned at a very early age. So that means there's many different forms of 1. 3/3 is equal to 1. 5/5 is equal to 1. 42/42 is equal to 1. And so when we're renaming fractions and we put together the first idea that any number times 1 is itself, and we put together this second idea knowing that any number over itself is 1, we're able to answer that question, why does 1/2 equal 4/8? So let's put it all together and take a look at it. So how do we get to 4/8 being equal to 1/2? Well, we know we have to multiply by 1, but we're going to use a form of 1 from the second idea, any number over itself. So what form of 1 do we want to use to multiply by a half? Well, in this case, it's 4/4. And now you can see if I multiply across the top, 1 times 4 is 4, and multiply across the bottom, 2 times 4 is 8. So 1/2 has the same value as 4/8, even though it looks different. Let's try our other example from the beginning. How did 2/3 become equal to 24/36? Well, we multiplied by 1. 1 in the form of 12/12. So putting those two concepts together, we're going to take 2/3 and multiply it by 1, but we're going to use that form, any number over itself, in this case 12/12 is equal to 1, to get 24/36. 2 times 12 is 24, and 3 times 12 is 36. So they're equal. 2/3 times 1 in the form of 12/12 equals 24/36. They don't look the same, but they do have the same value. So that's it. A little bit of background on how to rename fractions. Hopefully we were able to take away the mystery of why 1/2 equals 4/8. Two concepts put together, anything times 1 is itself, and any number over itself equals 1. Keep working hard, don't ever give up. If you have any questions, let us know, we'd be glad to help. And as we say at Math Dogs, you got this.